What up, my people? What is the approach of Freddie Freeman for
Freddie
him to hit
Freeman.
300?
El approach, el approach.
The approach.
Let's see. He's talking in an interview here, and we're gonna talk about it because people, it's something mentally, and it's a mechanic. Mechanic. When we talk about mechanic, it's more physically, what you're able to do, how you had to move. But now, your mindset sometimes had to think one way. That's when everything changed. That's when everybody go different ways. No, I don't agree with the Castro's mechanic. I agree with this mechanic. I want to get the knob down to the ball. I want to get the barrel back. I want to, that's why everything is go different ways, but the mechanic is one. The mindset is probably different just because it's a different feeling. That's when it's like everybody think different, and that's why we got so much go against each other. No, this hitting coach are crazy. These other ones, so.
This one technique.
But we open about the mindset. We open about about the feeling, because we got players out here playing the high level, and then they're feeling one thing, but we know what's supposed to happen, and our job is just to make them feel comfortable with their mechanics. They don't care what you feel.
A plan. For me, it's like you can tinker, swing path, this and that. But if
you see this, huh?
Oh, what he's doing there.
He's turning the barrel.
The swing pad.
Él no está. He's not there pushing the hands. Oh no, look at it. Look at that movement.
swing path, this and that. But if you don't have an approach at the plate, your swing could be the best swing in the world, but you don't have an approach, I don't know really the success. So
let's stop it there. I feel like the dinosaurs, they love that part right there, what he say. If you don't have an approach, the mechanic, I don't really know what is the success right there. That part right there, ooh, they love it.
That's the thing.
That's because that's where they go. Whenever they don't teach the right mechanic, or
the mechanics that they want to hear.
They want to hear. They go with the approach. The approach is important.
Dude.
Whoa.
But who is not... That's something come after. Like, approach is not mechanically. His approach is just something that keep your mechanic straight or keep your mindset straight. But we still have to have mechanics to hit the ball. Now, the approach is just a plan that you're going to have in the box.
It's a plan. Yes.
So, people don't listen to those dinosaurs. No, you hit with just approach. Approach with good mechanic, too.
Exactly. And approach with the wrong mechanic, I don't know if that works.
Oh my gosh, you want to have a good mechanic so the approach can function. You know what I mean? Or you want to have the right mindset out there so the mechanics can work. Exactly. I always go with the mechanics first, and then the approach will come so they can keep the mechanics straight. It's like
always harping on in hitters meetings. I try, like, if this guy likes to go in, I try and leave that pitch in because it's so hard for a pitcher to hit the inside corner 3 straight times. And if they do, tip your cap, go back to the dugout. For me, it's like...
Oh, yeah. He was looking for his pitch. If he's inside and he's not looking for it.
And normally...
Okay, I take it.
It's a big higher percentage when you're not playing this level and the highest level. An inside pitch is hard to throw.
And the thing is, it's a major league, and he's saying it for MLB players, even for them, for those pitchers, it's hard to throw inside. Imagine in high school.
Because when he talk about inside, he don't talking about just the whole inside. He talk about just that little corner.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous because if you miss a little bit to the middle, bang. If he miss a little bit way inside, you probably hit the hitter or you walk him. So it's like had to be perfect. At least the outside pitch, you can play around with changeups and stuff that maybe you get out of balance the hitter. That's why pitchers know how to. A lot of hitters, they're looking for that low and away because there's a lot of players that don't know how to stay back in the outside or don't pull off or stuff like that. So leaving that middle inside in this higher level, obviously when you play high school and college, you see less pitchers throwing that middle inside good, perfect all the time. Plus, they don't got the velocity too, right?
Yeah.
In the MLB, they got the velocity to throw inside in that corner and get you out.
Well, I've heard that pitchers that know how to throw inside, they're good pitchers.
They're good, yeah, because now you like if you know how to throw inside, for example, for Freeman, now you can probably get him out. One of the best baseball players in the game. You get so pitchers. That's the trick.
An 0-1 mindset.
Right.
Like, that's what I think, and drive the ball to left center.
Okay.
It's just like you try and keep the line moving. That's what it is.
Right.
I just love that. I love getting on base for the guys.
He like to stay other way. Right? That's good too. I feel like a lot of good hitters think the same way.
That's a
Stay
good thing.
stay oppo.
Now-
They think the same way.
This is what I'm talking about. Feeling, right? Feeling is one thing. Approach is another. Everybody had different approach. I know some hitters that feel like they feel like they want to pull the ball. I remember David Ortiz. He used to think middle away and he sucked. Now when he start thinking more like I just gonna hit the crap out of the ball. Now he start getting a little bit freedom and start hitting the ball. So for him, it's more like I need to stay the other way, whatever. But the problem is when you're thinking too much in the other way, you start pushing the
There we
hands,
go.
you're disconnecting.
You read my mind.
So
I was gonna say that.
but then the other part, you don't want to think pulling the ball maybe for him because he's probably start pulling off and then he come out early. So that's just a feeling. That's a feeling. We have to learn that. Feeling is different for everybody. So you have to do the feeling that work for you. But if you learn how the mechanics work and you watch your video, it's gonna be easy to you get to your own approach.
Try and do everything you can. You're not a hitter, you're a baseball player. There's multiple facets of this game.
Yeah.
I just love to get up there and stick with my plan, which is left center, and usually good things tend to happen when you do
And
that.
mostly in a plan, does that change?
Yeah. That's not what we say. The plan and he's a baseball player. He's not a hitter. He's a baseball player. So he plays for the team, which is a good mindset too. Yeah.
I think having that mindset it help you your keep yourself more relaxed.
Yeah.
Don't put in that pressure. I had to hit 30 home runs this year so I can make millions the next year. You work hard for it, but when you're about to play, you better just produce something good for your team, and then something good gonna happen. Maybe not your dream thing, like hitting 40 home runs or whatever, but maybe something good happen. Plus the energy that you bring to the team because you're like you can feel the vibe when you like try to help your teammate. When you like doing whatever to keep the lineup running. And when you are that guy, plus a guy like him with that power, because when you're thinking about for him to just put the ball in play, it's probably a double 100. Now, I don't think you can do that when that strong and big. Because maybe you're going to just hit him pop up a little bloopers or maybe like little grambles. They're not going to go nowhere. So you have to know what is your approach. You have to know if your mechanics claim to think like that, because his mechanics really good, and then that helping to just be thinking whatever he want, like just try approach, just whatever, and then the mechanics still working.
Yeah.
For you at 2 strikes, because I understand it will up until 2 strikes, but what do you change at 2 strikes?
2 strikes, I'm just trying to put the ball in play. Really, like I cut down. Like I already choke up to begin with a little bit, but then I'm really just like put the ball in play. Good things happen. I try and limit. As I've gotten older, my one goal every year is to strike out less than 100 times. I was like 103 this past year. It was so infuriating. I was like, but that's what I want to do. Like even if you don't get a hit, if you're 0 for 1, but you reach on an error, you're helping your team.
That's right. Yeah, the 2-strike approach. I feel like that's an old school thing. Everybody does that.
And that
chuck up,
2-strike
put the ball
approach.
in play.
2-strike approach is messed me up when I used to play. I used to choke up, just throw my hands, try to don't use my legs too much, and it won't work. It gave me hit so many ground balls, and I lose so much power. I manipulate the hands, but for him it's all right. He's still using his body. Maybe when he do 2-strike approach, I had to see it. So he's a little bit old school in the way he think.
Yeah.
But the problem is the way he think it worked for him, and maybe when you watch the videos, you will see a good mechanic even when he think I just gonna play pepper, And some other people you tell to try a pro and they like really literally, like I used to do, throw my hands and try to just get lucky.
This is the thing. What Freddie Freeman is talking about here, it's all mental. It's mindset. It's the mental side right here, which is nothing wrong with this. But he's not talking anything about mechanic, and this is what get me with some dinosaurs over there.
Coaches.
They want to bash the people that focus on the mechanic, and they wanna put this in everybody's head, like, oh, look at Freddie Freeman, what he's saying.
No.
This is for you that focus on too much on mechanic, but look at approach is important. Approach. Oh, but I feel like a mechanic is important too.
Yes.
I know it's important.
You got the driver, you got the mechanics of the car, you got the owner of the car. When you got a cars competition.
Yeah.
And I feel like for us, we hear all these old time players, like, and we hear them. We got friends that they used to play. And Manny, he talked to us about his approach or whatever, things, stories, and you hear that, and you learn. You learn, but like all these players, they you learn from, and some of them they're learning from the videos they got these days and the movement that they can see these days, because now you can see like Barry Bonds, how he moved, and say, dude, Barry Bonds, he was consistent walking, consistent with the barrel, so let's just try to mimic that. We can do like a copy paste.
Yeah.
Copy paste with the videos. Let's copy paste Freddie Freeman. Let's just see if Freddie Freeman look like Barry Bonds. Let's see. And then you go with your conclusions as what is a good mechanic for play the game today. Because we had to clean the mechanics if we want to keep playing for longer. More in 10 more years. In 10 more years, those pitchers are going to get crazy. I'm telling you.
No, they're crazy right now, and they're going to get crazier.
So, people, get your mechanic right.
Thank you for watching, my people.
Go to CastleBuzzCB.com if you want a video, or go to Instagram. And we got you. We got drills over there, all right?
People,
subscribe.
thank you so much. See y'all in the next video.
Adios!